Welcome to this tour of Lucy Circle. Today we're going to be focusing on the Spark app, which is the application for parents. If you're a parent and you're new to Lucy Circle, I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for checking out the website. I really hope that Lucy Circle can help you and find a spot for your child. Given that the focus of today's tutorial is on the Spark app, we're going to run through a quick summary of the homepage and then we're going to move straight into the Spark application. So this is the home page. You see if I scroll down right away, I get some daycares that I can kind of look at. We can click the search button here or here or here. There's different ways to get to the search page. Let's do this one for now. We're going to click the search button here. We've arrived at the empty search, which is the default search. Right now, it's actually searching for daycares that are around me. Now, how does it know what around me actually means? Well, if you click on the right-hand side, there's a button here that says change location. And you can see that for my personal account, I've set a custom location saying that I live here in 55 Burrard in Vancouver downtown. I've also given Lucy my browser location, and Lucy also has my device location. I can clear this at any time if I don't like Lucy having my location. If I were to go home and do a refresh and click there again, you see that the network location is always required in order to provide you a set of customizations like daycares around you. For now, we're going to use the 3 to make sure that we get daycares that are around us. The network location is approximate to about a municipal level of where you are. If you want something that's a little more precise, you would use the browser location and you would grant Chrome the ability to access your location. You see this one is usually within 50 to 100 meters of where you are. And I could just select this one to switch over. And now all the daycare results in the background are based on that. Or as a third option, I could go even more precise and put in a very specific address. And again, this is only something that's stored on the client side on your browser, which means that we're not storing this in the back end, and you can be safe that this is a location you're only entering for yourself. And again, you can click clear all at any point if you want to delete all those locations. But for now, this is cool because now I can click nearby, and these daycares are precisely based on the map of where I live here in 55 Burrard. Relating directly to the Parents app, which is called Spark, is the ability for you to add daycares to lists. We call this bookmarking. So you can see that if I click right here on any of these daycares, I get a list right here for a circle that's called My Family Circle. Now let's click on this to see what happens. You see that as soon as I do that, I get redirected into the Spark app. If I were to click the Lucy logo, you see now I'm in a different application within the Lucy universe. I can click different things to kind of get a sense of where I am. A drop down shows me that I'm in My Family Circle. And then this is the homepage of My Family Circle. You can see that my name is Emma Wilson in this demo example. I have what's called a daycare opening. I have this bookmarks list. And then in my family set of profiles, I have a profile for myself and I have a profile for my daughter, Olivia. I also have a location which I've labeled as home, and I'm currently on the paid family plan. Now, the thing that we arrived here to see was the list. So let's click on the bookmark to see what we get here. You see within the bookmarks list, we already have a set of daycares that we've added to our list. These daycares are located in different places, and we've actually created a set of categories within our list to further categorize them based on the types of daycares that they are for us. So we have a near home, a top picks, and apply to. I can click on the map button right here to do a split view, and it shows me where all of my favorite daycares are located on the map. I can also view this as a list, and I can view this in what's called a quick browse mode to see the profiles once more, one by one. For each individual one of these, there's a comment section, so I can click right here, and I can add some comments about each daycare. For example, I could write, "This is my favorite one." And this comment is basically saved right here to this specific daycare. You can preview it right here. And if at any point I want to remove one of them, all I have to do is click the X, click remove, and that daycare is gone from our list. You can switch between lists if you happen to have multiple of them by clicking here, and you will see the drop down of your different lists. And then you can also click right here on the sort items, and then you enter this other page where you can sort them in a different manner. So I can switch the order of these first 2 ones. I can move this one over here. And if we go back, you see that the ordering has changed. Now this one for Aboriginal Mother Center has moved from top picks to unclassified, and we moved some others around. Now, it would be very beneficial to have all these features while we're doing a search, and that's exactly what we have. So you see, as we're doing a search, maybe based on a new location, I can keep adding new ones. So I can add this one to the bookmarks, and maybe this one as well, because I want to check them out later on. But it's a little tedious that I have to do 2 clicks every single time I want to add a new one. That's why we have this fast add button. You click that, and if you click this button right here, the bolt, which says set as quick add list, what I'm doing now is saying that anytime I click that bolt on the outside, all items will be added to this default list. Where this comes in handy is if you happen to have multiple lists. So you can see right here in this modal, there's a button right here that says new list. If I click on that, and I added maybe 2 different lists, a waitlisted one, and a nearby options one, and I continue to do the bookmark for this other one, now we get the option of adding this daycare to one or many lists. If I instead were to click the bolt action button right there, what happened there? It shows us that it bookmarked it, and if we go inside, you see that it only bookmarked it to the one that has the bolt action on. And you can switch that at any time. So if I set it on the waitlisted one now, and I continue clicking that in other places, these different items have been added only specifically to this third list. Now this is cool and all, but I still don't see all of the items that I've added to the list, which is why we added this item on the bottom, which is called the Save Daycares workspace. If I click it, you see that it opens up, and there's these 3 little dots left of it that says Move Pop-Up. So I can click that, and I can actually position that on the left-hand side if I want to see the map, or I can position it on the right-hand side if I want to see the results. And you can see that I actually see all of the daycares that are in this list. You see that Bookmarks has 13 items, and Waitlisted has 4 items. The cool thing about this as well is that there's 3 modes of looking at it. You have a compact view, you have a half-size view, and then you have a full-size view. So if you want to see them all at once, you can be seeing them in the full page. I can minimize it, I can return back, and it's all there ready to go. So again, all of this is within your family circle. You have 3 lists that we've created, the bookmarks one, which is created for you automatically. We've created this second one that is currently empty, and this third waitlist one where we've added some items. Remember that we said that we have the ability to create sections as well. So let's create a section within this list. Within this list that's called waitlisted, I'm going to add near home, and I'm going to add near work. And we're going to move these now. So we're going to move this waterfront one. This one happens to be near my home. And this one, called Waterview, also happens to be near my home. This one for Portside is near work. And we're going to leave Waterview unassigned for now. So it's super easy. We've created our list. We've categorized it into list sections. And now it's ready to go. At any point, we can click right here, and we can end up right back in the Spark app to continue doing any editing and commenting. If I want to leave this list, all I do is click there. You see our multiple lists in Spark. I go back to the circle, and everything's there as before. There's a bunch of other things that we can do with lists, but since this video is intended to be a tour of everything related to Spark, we're going to move on to the next thing. And what is that next thing? That thing is openings. So openings is the ability for me to create a daycare request for my child. In this case, it happens to be Olivia, my daughter. So I'm actually looking for a daycare for Olivia starting on May 1st, and there's no extra support needs that I have. I'm looking for it to be around this location, which happens to be where I live, and then the schedule type that I'm looking for is for weekdays, Monday to Friday. I want it to be in English, and there's no extra amenities that are required. Once I create this daycare request, I can see the daycares that are a great match for me based on all the requirements that I added, including the location, the languages, and the starting date. You can see that I've already bookmarked this one, so if I wanted to bookmark a couple of others, I'm going to click the quick bolt button, select bookmarks, and then click this one, and this one, and this one, so we can check them out later. I can also click the preview profile and go through them one by one and read their profile to see if they have any openings at the moment. The even better feature that we have is what's called matches. With matches, what will happen is that once you open a daycare request, we'll send it off to every single daycare that you are a match for. And likewise, every daycare that's a match for you will show it to you right here. So you can see we have one daycare called Little Acorn, which is exactly where we are, very close to our house. and they happen to be a match with 89% top score. They have 2 programs that might be a good fit for us. And then we also have another Little Acorn, but this one happens to be in Burnaby. It's a little farther away, but it's still a good match for what we're looking for. And then we have the Little Acorn Will Park in North Vancouver that also happens to be a match. For each one of these, you can click View Profile and get the full profile again. You can click Expand, and you can see the specific openings that they have. So Little Acorn has the ability for you to do a tour starting in April and moving forwards. They also have 2 spots opening starting on May 1st for this program, which is for infants. And then they have 7 spots open for a preschoolers program as well. You can click View Profile, and it will take you to the profile page to see what the next steps are with them. In this case, you can see that with Little Acorn Cedar, we have the ability to apply through this link, the ability to click this link as well and go to their website, to their wait list. We also have a contact phone number, a contact email, a website, and then we also have the ability to send them a message. If I click the message button right here, you see it takes me directly into my chats page on the main Lucy platform, and I actually already have a chat open with Little Acorn. It turns out that yesterday, I apparently showed up as a match for Little Acorn as well. So they took the initiative and sent me an initial message saying that they saw my daycare request and they thought that one of their openings might be a good fit for me. So I'm going to say, yes. Let's chat. And now with this chat and real-time messages, you have the ability to continue your conversation both inside the Lucy platform or outside the Lucy platform. So that's what Requests gives you. It's super simple to get started. All you have to do is click Create a New Request, and we have a very friendly and easy to work with questionnaire that will help you set up a daycare request in order to find the best daycare available for your child. In the process of having created this daycare opening, you can see that it created 2 family profiles for me. I can click My Family, which takes me into the Settings and Family tab, and I've created a profile for a parent, which is me, and I've created a child profile as well. The family profiles are private, only accessible to you, and the intention behind them is that you'll be able to click one button and apply everywhere without having to enter your information over and over again. So you can see that Olivia right here has 1 request open, and then Emma as well has 1 request open for Olivia's profile, and also Emma happens to be linked to one of the members of the circle. Another awesome benefit of circles is that you can invite a family member. Click Invite Partner. All I do is click Search and then Send Invite. And there you go. The invite has been sent to James, which is the husband. We're going to switch over to James now to see what it would be like for him. Here I am in James's Gmail account. As James, you see that I've received an email. I can click Join Circle, and it takes me to this page where I can join the existing family circle, and I have to sign up. I click Create Account, and then I'm in, and you see James gets automatically redirected to the Spark page. So now what am I looking at? I'm looking at exactly the same page, but you see there's 2 members and there's 3 lists. So James now can also see the same daycare opening request. They can see all of the lists, and they can see Emma and Olivia's profiles. If I go into the settings and I click members, you can see that now we have 2 circle members. We can see all the invites that have been sent, and then we could create a dad profile for James. The benefit of having these collaborative circles is that both parents have the ability to create lists, add comments to them, and have a conversation. So if we go back to this list right here and we have this comment, James now could add a comment to this existing set of comments. He could say something like this: I like this one too, and it's close to home. And now you can basically have an ongoing conversation between your partner. And you can do this for each individual daycare, and then you can also do this for an entire list. You have the same comment section as well. A lot of the benefits that you saw are only provided with the family plan. If I click Explore Plan and go to Compare Plan, you can see that Lucy offers a free plan and then a family plan as well. The free plan allows you to do everything yourself, and it allows you to have one list with 3 items, and then the family plan allows you to have unlimited for everything: lists, list items, list sections, daycare requests, and so on. We strongly recommend that you transfer to the family plan once you've gotten a chance to see what the Lucy app offers. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we'd be very happy to talk to you. Thank you so much for watching.